Welcome back, my friends, to Jesse's Storytime Spectacular. Now, I'm gonna go by my notes tonight because it's my birthday and it's Halloween time and I'm gonna do my thing, alright? So you're gonna listen up. Episode 3 is going comedy. So you're getting a break from all the horror movies, alright, guys? You're getting a little bit of a break, alright? So first, I just want to bring up, obviously, the movie is called Biodoom. And it's literally about, like, an environmental doom that's been built to help, like, do research. And it's, an entire thing of, like, the desert, the rainforest, all the different climates and everything, and it's there for their chaos, as you'll see later in that film. But I'm not gonna ruin things too much. You just gotta go see Biodome. Like, it's from like 1995, 1996. Great film. Alright, guys, like, this is a serious gem, high up on the gem factor, okay? My favorite thing is that, yes, this movie has Pauly Shore, which can always be like a little bit of a 50-50. Like, I don't know, is it too much? Or is it like just enough? But trust me, this one delivers, and it's fantastic. He's just himself. He's great. It's wonderful. Alright, Stephen Baldwin is his supporting teammate slash buddy who he grew up with, and they're both burnouts and they barely do anything and rely on their girlfriends to do things for them, and like they're stupid and they're always trying to get out of everything and not have to participate in anything or whatever. But that's we got Pauly Shore as Bud, and then we got Stephen Baldwin as Doyle. And Doyle's hair is ridiculous. The cornrow thing that he did, I don't know. It just freaks me out, but it's alright. It was hilarious for his role. Obviously, they're supposed to be almost like cavemen because they're so stupid and silly and crazy, but they're actually geniuses. And shh, I guess I'm giving it a little too much away. At least I think they are. Okay. But first off, I need to just say this again. Free the Mahi Mahi. I'm down with the cause. Alright. Doyle brought it up. You gotta free the Mahi Mahi. You know what I'm saying? For Earth Day. That way we don't have to go clean up Vasquez Lake that's all nasty and soda cans. But, you'll find that out. I'm not spoiling too much because I'm gonna spoil like the first 10 minutes of the movie and then just hook you in. Alright? So that's just gonna happen. Alright? It's my show. So the plot is that obviously they're stupid, and I'm not going to ruin it, but by a certain chain of silly events, we could say, that they end up trapped inside this biodome with five scientists who were supposed to spend an entire year in this biodome. They cannot leave. There is no way to leave. The doors are sealed. It will not open for an entire year. You will have fun with jokes about that because they're so silly. But I personally love this movie, so I'm just gonna nerd out on it and be like, Bud and Doyle, Doyle. You know, that's just how it is. I love it. But here's the reason why I picked this movie as a gem. It's a slapstick silly comedy. You know what I'm saying? It's a little much. It's a little stonery, it's a little silly, but Pauly Shore obviously is the lead, but I mean, him and Stephen Baldwin had chemistry in the movie, and I gotta admit, supporting cast of the whole film was fantastic. So, the reason that it's a gem is that, like, they're realistic idiots. Like, you know, some of it's just a little too far and it's silly, but like, you know, that's the fun of it. And, you know, you're gonna laugh, but you're either gonna laugh or you're not, whatever. But that's your choice because, you might just end up hating this channel and stuff, but I don't know. So, you gotta tell you something. I just wanted to save the trees. I just wanted to save the trees. I just wanted to save the freaking trees. All by Tenacious D. Snuck into the film somehow. I don't know, but that was a golden egg awesomeness in this movie. In Biodome, if you haven't been paying attention. God, I'll go Beneath on some bitches again. It is Halloween. Beneath's gonna come around, and she's gonna come down your chimney and just cut. Is she cray? I don't know what's up with her. Beneath is a wild one, man. But back to Biodome here. All right. Some of the other things that make it a gem would definitely be the soundtrack. Okay, right from the beginning of the movie, they are playing straight up skate punk, like, you know, super fast, lyrics and everything. Fantastic soundtrack. Whoever that is, I really have to look this up, but I'm gonna put up the soundtrack, right on the screen here, and you know, we'll dissect it a little bit later, I guess, but after the video, because I know you gotta jerk off to the video afterward, maybe. Shh. Anyway, the big finale, or like, I guess, pretty much the end of Act 2 would be Bud and Doyle basically find a way to get out and get back in without them knowing, without the five scientists knowing. You know, I'm not gonna ruin everything, but like, a party happens, alright? This is one of the most epic ass parties ever. I wanna be there. I mean, you just wanna be there. You wanna see how crazy this is. But there's something genius about this party, okay? Everything takes place inside this man made, built environmental dome, okay? So let's say that we already know that, there's a big problem with pollution, at events, right? Like, you know, you go to a freaking Slipknot concert at like a, you know, 500-person venue. There's gonna be some crazy people lined up the, block trying to get in, but uh, it's just gonna be crazy like that. You know what I mean? Like the whole thing is nuts. So just remember there's a fast-paced, fun soundtrack. There's also some great 80s throwbacks in there. Bigger nouns if you want it. Alright. Yeah. I'm not trying to get copyrighted. Let's see. So, this party is like, it's off the chain. Like, music blaring, a band, a rock band. Finally in a movie, they're not just throwing a DJ in there. I'm even a DJ, okay? But I'm so sick of them making glorified DJs in films like that. Okay? Like, obviously, if you're gonna go to the club, hopefully they have a good DJ. But, like, I feel like the 2000s rush of films kind of ruined the whole, like, let's put DJing into the movies because it's hot right now and everybody wants to be DJ or something. I know I'm ranting, but I'm just pointing some things out, alright? The reason I'm talking about all this and the reason I'm coming all around 360 with this is let's make domes where we throw these crazy parties. I mean, people are gonna go to these festivals anyway and ruin these fantastic, beautiful places. And it's just gonna keep happening every year or whatever. And they'll be like, I don't really feel like doing this right now. And, you know, uh, it, wear and tear on the environment. I feel like we have enough idiotic things laying around, like giant blocks of abandoned houses that we could just like bulldoze, make a tiny dome thing, or like, a vent dome in that area or something, or like some shitty park that like nobody ever goes to, and like turn it into like a beautiful dome and like at least we ruin only what's locked in that. So, you know what I mean? Like, maybe we have a way to just, like, dispose of them and lock them out when we're done and go shoot it into space as, like, trash or something. Like, I don't know. Whatever. I'm not gonna go about the waste pollution or something. But Obviously, Bud and Doyle's party ruins the biodome. So, they feel bad. Yeah, I'm kind of ruining it, but I mean, like, everybody is gonna kind of see this coming anyway, because it's just like, where else can this movie go? You know? So, even though you've been strung along through the whole chaotic, insane Bud and Doyle party and all the drama that leads afterwards and such, and you know, the film takes a little sharp turn, and you're like, dang, all right, we're staying in there, we're strapped in for this movie, like, let's go, you know? Was a fun, like, alright, it ain't over yet. Like, uh-uh. They need to make a spectacle. So, you're gonna have a fun ending. Uh, Especially with the music and goofiness about it, stuff I hinted at earlier. You know, uh, so some people ask me, what are like my favorite little things from this movie, or like, some top 10 maybe, or something, whatever. I'm just gonna list off some. I don't care if it's 10 or something, but they have a great amount. Yeah. Like, I love the quotes. There's certain quotes in this movie that I will just draw you in. You're gonna be like, how the heck is this in the movie? But I'm gonna read this off, and yes, this is not mine, and this is all of these things come from the film Biodoom and their respective rights and all that stuff. So remember, fair use. I'm just glorifying the film that I enjoy and doing something with it, not just playing your movie. So stop, like, doing the whole copyright crap, YouTube. Yeah, I know I'm ranting. I don't care. Right, this list is pretty fun. I gotta admit, it just, to be honest, right off the bat, it's hilarious. So, just even quotes. It's just like free mahi mahi, obviously, was the funniest opening random shit that you could ever come up with out of nowhere. And just, I love the way that this is like almost like, you know, it kind of pioneered some films that just, they don't really have a, like, important, crazy, even a comedy. I mean, like, you know, uh, they lack specific stuff. So it's like this one, it just really, it's a lot more fun, and you'll like it. Uh, but some more of my quotes. Uh, Tribal, tasty pterodactyl, tasty dactyl. Uh, you aren't in one of those freaky clans, I am. Vasquez Lake. And yes, I spent the time looking the pronunciation up of all of that because I couldn't tell what the sound of it from my hearing aids. I know, bitch. Anyway, so tribal. Bud and Doyle chanting is all up in this story time. So Bud and Doyle, Bud and Doyle, Bud and Doyle, Bud and Doyle. I'm only just gonna show you some images and throw them up on the screen, and that's just what it is, cause you know, I'm gonna ruin some of the movie for you anyway, but you're gonna be hooked enough to have to wanna go watch it. Alright. So this is the end of part 1 of the episode 3. I shall be right back with part 2. And guess what movie I got? Not another teen movie. Yes. I want y'all to comment below your favorite parts or quotes of Biodome. Oh, and I forgot 1-900 Squirrelin' So. I'm so fat. Oh, no, you're not. It's so funny. Oh my god. You'll know what I'm talking about when you watch the movie. See what I mean? I gotcha here. So now chew into this movie, alright? Biodome. I'll be back, but the next one's not another teen movie. I'm gonna explain why that's a gem. Because trust me, it's one of my faves. And it's my birthday, bitches. I love y'all. Keep it real.